Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today I will talk about the history of database system. This topic is too important for a student who studies database management system to know more about the history of database and get information from it. This presentation will be presented by me, Abdurrahman Al-Majid, and our course instructor, Dr. Maqsood. These are the topics that I will talk about in my presentation. Before I talk about the history of database, I will give you a simple introduction about database management system. Then I will talk about the first generation of database management system. Also, the second generation and the third generation of database management system. And the last topic in my presentation, it's about the future directions for database technology. As I mentioned, I will give you a simple introduction about database management system to know more about it. What is the database management system? The database management system is the software that interact with end user, application, and the data itself to capture and analyze the data. Let's move now to the advantages of database management system and the disadvantages of database management system. And these are some advantages of database management system. First of all, sharing of data. A database administrator manages the data which belongs to an entire organization, and many users can be authorized to access the same information. The second one, control of data redundancy. As many users can access an organization's data, there is no need to duplicate data across various departments. Some limited redundancy within the database management system is acceptable and minorly used to implement logical connection between data items or to improve performance. And the third one, better data security. Most of the database management system available today provide data access security in the form of user authorization level, data encryptions, restricted user views of data, and security. And these are some disadvantages of database management system. The first one, the high cost of database management system. The second one, the higher hardware cost. The third one, the high conversion cost. And now with the first generation of database management system. And these are some important topics that related to the first generation of database management system. Of course, there are many topics that related to the first generation, but I chose the most important topics to talk about it. The hierarchical data. The hierarchical model is the oldest database model dating from the 1960s. The hierarchical data model uses the tree as its basic structure. As you can see in this picture, it's an example for hierarchical data model. The network model. A network model is a directed graph consisting of nodes connected by links or directed arcs. The nodes correspond to the records type, entities, and the links to pointer relationships. We still in the first generation of database management system, and now we will talk about the physical database and the logical database. The physical database is a hierarchical arrangement of physical segments of different types. The first type, there is a single type of a root segment. The second one, the root may have dependent child segment types. The third one, each child of the root may also have any number of child segment types, up to a maximum of 15 segments in one path. The logical database. Logical database are the data views used by application programmers. These views are strictly hierarchical, but they can be constructed with the help of one or a number of physical database using logical relationship pointers. And this is some rules of logical database. The root of a logical database must be the root of some physical database. Also, a segment cannot be both a logical child and a logical parent. Let's move now to the second generation of database management system. And one of the most important topics in the second generation is the relational model. The relational model, a relational database, is a digital database in which data is organized in tables with each row of the table having a specific key. It is far better than the earlier hierarchical database of the past which were slow and less organized. And most of the databases that are in the market today are relational database. MySQL and Microsoft Accesses are all relational database. And now with the third generation of database management system. And one of the most important topics in this generation is object-oriented system. The object-oriented database are what we call navigational. This means that access to related object must follow the predefined linkings created by the containers for related objects. For examples, to find all the purchases made by a customer, a program in an object-oriented database environment would do the following. First, find the customer object, perhaps using an aggregate object that collects all the customer objects. The second one, use the purchase objects identifier to locate the purchase object and process it as needed. And now, with the last topic in my presentation, it's about the future directions for database technology. The future of database technology, and in our time, the time are changing fast. Today, you can be satisfied in using a relational database which are exclusively based on SQL. but the future is already abound with NoSQL and new SQL gaining ground. With the need to store, study, and manage large amount of data, these flexible and powerful standards are ready to win over traditional database languages. Finally, thank you for listening. I hope that you learned and get more information about the history of database management system. Also, I hope that you enjoy my presentation. Thank you.